Northwoods Law is a reality TV show that debuted in 2012 on Animal Planet. It was an instant hit, a show set in Maine, starring Mainers, made mostly by Mainers. Northwoods Law, huge success. Did you ever think?
We're off to a real good start, absolutely. Did you think? You hope, you know, but I guess when you've done this a few times, you know the odds are not necessarily in your favor. You know, a lot of pilots get made and not make it to a season one, and a lot of season ones don't go to a season two. So you hope, your fingers are crossed. You go in always thinking this might be the one. So to have, you know, a season two in the can, looking at possibly a season three, absolutely.
All right, now let's talk. So you are from California originally?
I am.
And now you are a Mainer.
I have been in Maine for about 10 years. I'm from Los Angeles, California.
Let's talk a little bit about talk about the background a little bit.
Okay, Los Angeles, California. That's kind of why I'm in showbiz, I guess. I got here 10 years ago. I came to do a job up in Eastport, Maine called Murder in Small Town X. And I met a girl, and
as the story goes.
As the story goes, I've been here ever since. So.
Wow. So when you got a call from Angle Entertainment, it was a great call, wasn't it?
A couple of years ago, 2 summers ago or so, I got a call. I was between jobs. You know, sometimes when you get the call, you're on a job. Sometimes you're between jobs, and they had a show idea for Maine. You know, this is a fledgling idea at the time, and they needed somebody to run it, and they couldn't believe that they maybe were calling a guy who could run shows that lived in Maine about their Maine show. And I said, sure, you know, we can talk about it. So we talked, and, you know, one thing led to another, and here we are going on 2.5 years later.
Wow. Now, when they gave you the idea, obviously you've been living in Maine, you knew about the game wardens here. Did you think, okay, this could be a big hit, this is interesting for people? Or not really? I mean, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, with every job that any of us do, there's a learning curve, you know. I am pretty selective about the projects I take on. If the content sounds interesting, it sounds like something I want to get into. Sure, I knew a little about the game wardens, but you immediately start cramming. You immediately start studying the cliff notes, whatever you can do. You talk to folks, you watch what you can, you read Paul Dworan's books, you know, you talk to John Ford, etc. So you, as quickly as possible, get up to speed on what these guys do so you can, you know, hold your own, and then as you go, obviously, you really learn, you know, how to do it.
Devon, what do you think it is for the viewers? It's almost like a cult following with Northwoods Law. Is it the mystique of Maine? Is it the wardens and sort of wildlife, like cops and wildlife together? What do you think it is?
I think it's all those things. I think at our heart, we're a ride-along cop show, and that's not new. You know, we're not reinventing the genre there. What we're just trying to do is do it a little bit different and a little bit better in a place folks haven't been super exposed to. There's a lot of shows about Alaska right now. You know, it's kind of, you know, been there, done that, right? I mean, not a lot of shows about Maine have been made. So at our heart, we focus on the wardens, but we're also making a show about Maine at the same time, and we're lucky that not too many folks have done that so far. So I'm not going to say it's easy because of that, but, you know, it's fun to make a show where the wardens are our chief character, but the state of Maine is also one of our characters as well.
I've been a game warden 17 years now, mostly in southern Maine.
What do you love about the job? What have you always loved about being a game warden?
Well, you know, it's something different every day. And, you know, I've heard an old game warden say one time that when you reach the end of your driveway, you can either take a right-hand turn or a left-hand turn, and that still holds true, I think, for the job today, and that really makes it exciting as to what's going to happen today, or what project are we going to get into, and it's sometimes it can be a surprise, and other times it can just be run-of-the-mill.
And was it a surprise when all of a sudden you found out that you guys are going to be featured in a television series called Northwoods Law?
It was quite a surprise, and I really didn't believe it at first. You know, I heard about it, and you thought, oh yeah, okay, what? And then it went to some sort of preliminary audition type of thing, now we do actually the wardens that have been on the show have been recognized in places not only locally and in Maine, but throughout the country. We had one game warden who took a trip to Florida. He was in an airport and somebody picked him out. And he wasn't in uniform. He was, obviously in his travel clothes. But so that's always an interesting aspect to that.
Now, also, you guys don't get any money for this. It's not like you're paid, but what does it do? Is it a great education tool for people not only in Maine but outside of Maine of what you guys do?
I really look at this program as a documentary series, and in the beginning I was a little concerned that it was going to have a little too much of a reality TV twist to it, and it made me concerned as to whether I wanted to be involved. But what I've seen is something that is really documentary-like. And I was just thinking of it the other day. If somebody 50 years from now was doing a paper on fish and wildlife law enforcement and game wardens, they could review these films from this time, because I think it's accurate. I think they've done a very good job. And I do think that it accurately reflects the day-to-day work that game wardens do.
Talk about some of the adventures you've had. You guys have seen all sorts of different things. Talk about that.
We have. It's been an action-packed couple of years. We shoot year-round. We started in the winter, and we've shot in all 4 seasons now. Some of the things we do are little bitty dispatch calls where the warden will get a phone call or a call from dispatch about something that needs doing. As a matter of fact, there's a baby moose here at the Maine Wildlife Park that Warden McCabe had to rescue from the side of the road, put in his truck and bring down here. So some of it is very quick like that, and some of it's longer and more serious. Things like 3 snowmobilers to the ice in Rangeley Lake, or the Appalachian Trail search that folks may see later this season. So yeah, they come in all shapes and sizes, our adventures.
They certainly do. And we're talking 1.3 million viewers. Is that true for the second?
We're averaging 1 million a week. Yeah, ish. That's an ish number, but we're above a 0.3 right now, which is pretty solid territory for a cable show.
Ratings records for Animal Planet?
We're helping. We're helping. What we've done is help Animal Planet go from, I think they were a cable network in the 40s up into the teens in the last couple of years. So they're very happy with the progress they've made as a network, and I think we've had something to do with that. We've been a part of that. There's a lot of big shows for them. We're a part of it.
And it must be so nice for you to be able to do what you love in a market where it's kind of tough in Maine to do what you do, but you're doing it right here in the state.
Absolutely. This is the first time that I've gone to work at home. And it's a big state. We're all over the state. But yeah, I haven't had to travel nearly as much. So.
Are you glad you were able to highlight something about Maine that so many people are just really loving and taking to heart?
Absolutely. I mean, I've learned a lot, delving into every nook and cranny in the state. And it's very, very nice, the positive feedback that we're getting, on the Facebook page, etc. Yeah, it's been really, really cool to see how much people are responding to the show in such a positive way.
And you hope it goes for as long as it possibly can, obviously.
We absolutely have enjoyed the 26 episodes so far, and we look forward to as many more as they want us to do.
Devon Platte is excited about the show's success, especially the fact that it's raising awareness and support and has been a tremendous recruiting tool for the Maine Game Warden Service. When we come back, the one thing Meredith, Jeff, and Lori of the Q Morning Show have in common. What is the one thing that Meredith, Jeff, and Lori from the Q Morning Show have in common? Their favorite holiday, Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching Split Screen. For behind-the-scenes photos, including the shot of the turkey that Meredith, Jeff, and Lori cooked, and also to find out the episodes of Northwoods Law, what's to come, just go to shannonmoss.com.